Welcome friends on Sam's Stock. This is an educational channel about Pakistan Stock Exchange. In this video you will learn: what is index mean, what is stock market index, example of US stock market index, like Dow Jones, S&P 500, Nasdaq, background of All-Share Islamic Index, objective of All-Shares Islamic Index, methodology for development of All-Shares Islamic Index of Pakistan, selection criteria of All-Shares Islamic Index, maintenance of All-Shares Islamic Index, review period and recomposition. What is index mean? Or say, what is stock market index? A stock index or stock market index means an index that measures a stock market or a subset of the stock market that helps investors compare current price levels with past prices to calculate market performance. If we look in USA market, the most popular American indexes are Dow Jones tracks 30 of the largest and most important US companies, and the price-weighted list doesn't change frequently. S&P 500, a barometer of the overall stock market's performance that contains 500 companies weighted by market cap from across different sectors. Nasdaq. This index includes the roughly 3,000 companies that are part of the Nasdaq Stock Exchange and is predominantly focused on technology. Background of All-Share Islamic Index. The Steering Committee of the Government of Pakistan for Development of Islamic Banking and Finance constituted a subcommittee for promotion of Islamic capital market. The first meeting of the subcommittee was held on March 6, 2014, wherein it was decided to initiate development of an All-Shares Islamic Index of Pakistan, comprising of all Sharia-compliant companies listed on the Karachi Stock Exchange, KSE. The subcommittee decided to recommend to the Securities and Exchange Commission of Pakistan, SECP, to constitute a technical committee for the development of All-Shares Islamic Index of Pakistan, which shall comprise of members from SECP, State Bank of Pakistan, KSE, Mizan Bank Limited, and Mutual Funds Association of Pakistan. SECP, on recommendation of the subcommittee, constituted the technical committee. Objective of All-Shares Islamic Index. The principal objective of the All-Shares Islamic Index is to gauge the performance of the Sharia-compliant segment of the equity market. Accordingly, it is important that all those shares which meet the Sharia screening criteria should be included in the All-Shares Islamic Index in order to ensure completeness of the index and adherence to the core objective of the proposed All-Shares Islamic Index. However, it is also worth noting that many of the listed companies in Pakistan are closely held by sponsors, resulting in very small free floats. Such shares can be illiquid and carry a high risk of price distortion. In order to achieve the objective of the index, companies which do not meet the requirements of minimum free float of 5% and at least 75% days trading should be disclosed as a separate category to inform the investors about the illiquid nature of these shares. Methodology for development of All-Shares Islamic Index of Pakistan. The selection criteria for the company's shares which can be included in All-Shares Islamic Index of Pakistan comprises of two broad categories. 1. Sharia screening criteria and 2. Technical filters. For detail of these selection criteria, please watch my previous video, link is given below in description. Selection criteria of All-Shares Islamic Index. During the selection process, each company's financial reports are thoroughly reviewed by research analysts of Al-Mizan to ensure that the company meets benchmarks or thresholds for Sharia compliance screening. Those that are found to be non-compliant are screened out. The industries that are considered non-compliant, as defined in the eligibility criteria, are not considered for inclusion in the All-Shares Islamic Index, as these would not be appropriate for investment from Sharia perspective. Maintenance of All-Shares Islamic Index of Pakistan. The day-to-day maintenance of the index will be carried out within the broad index policy framework set by the exchange and Al-Mizan. The management will ensure that Islamic Index and KSE Index family maintain their benchmark properties by striking a balance between frequent replacements in indices and maintaining their historical continuity. Review period and recompositions. The index will be recomposed on semi-annual basis as follows. To minimize the impact of corporate actions implemented between the revision date and review period, the 31st March and 30th September prices shall be used for the May 15th and November 15th revisions respectively. Thank you for your time. Please like my video if you like, and do not forget to subscribe my channel.